Hi everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video.
Hello! It's been a long time since we've done this.
Since we've sat here. It feels weird, it feels strange, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of sit-down videos, and then we focused more on the vlogs, and then we thought, you know what, let's return back to the cosy old sit-down.
Sit down, especially when it's a video like this. So today is going to be our reactions to all the amazing Disneyland Paris news. So we have heard a little bit about what's happening, but we haven't delved into the details. So that's what we're going to be doing today.
And actually, even though there's been a lot of announcements and stuff, I've only heard little snippets. Yeah. So I don't know if I know the full ins and outs yet.
Yeah, a lot has been announced over the past couple of weeks, and a lot has been announced by Disneyland Paris officially. So we're only going to go by the Disneyland Paris official website. I know there's rumours and some people have been, good detective work and have started to find out other things. But for this video, we're just going to go by what has officially been announced. So, mugs of the choice today. I have my Disneyland Paris 30th.
We'd actually forgotten about that one.
It was hidden at the back, and I was like, this is perfect.
I think because we didn't want to spoil it too much, because it's such a unique one.
And it has quite a funny handle. It's got obviously the Mickey handle. So it is quite a hard one to hold. But I do love it.
And then a Ratatouille!
Ratatouille!
Special place in my heart, the Ratatouille ride. Let me know if you've ever watched the brief history of Ratatouille on the channel.
Oh yeah, and if you have watched the channel before, you will know that we're huge Disneyland Paris fans. We have so many vlog series on the channel, so definitely check them out if you haven't before.
We've been going on and off since 2017 together.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, because 2016 we did Walt Disney World.
Yeah, and then we did Disneyland Paris the year after. I'd been a couple of times as a child, and you'd been once as a child.
I'd been once, but it was a different experience because I was scared of everything.
But we absolutely love Disneyland Paris. We think it has its own unique magic, and yeah, we're just itching to get back. But with all these announcements, we're very excited.
I mean, there's already been a lot of changes happened while we've not been back.
I know.
All these new shows that have been added.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen the Pixar show.
And the Electrical Sky Parade.
Yeah.
And the Alice in Wonderland show hasn't started, but that's coming.
So when was the last time we went? Was it November?
November last year.
And then it seemed like everything came out.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to start off with is we're going to watch the video that is on the official Disneyland Paris YouTube channel. I will pop it in the description box below if you want to watch it yourself. So it's a 3-minute video all about sort of the second park and what they're planning. So we're going to watch that and then we will report back.
Ooh.
So
lots of exciting things, yeah. I mean, the big thing that you take away from that, I think we should probably talk about.
Yeah, that's where we're going to start.
The big thing is that they're changing from Walt Disney Studios. And I get it, they're moving away from the concept of how movies are made, and instead you're stepping into the movies and these different worlds.
Yeah.
And so they've decided to rename the park. I just don't know. So they've named it Adventure World. Adventure World.
And we're not completely sold on the name yet.
I think it's something that might, obviously we'll get used to it. And you'll, after you've been and it's been called that for quite some time, you'll get used to it. But I feel like adventure is quite an overused word.
That's what I was going to say as well. I feel like adventure, you see a lot of places named that. So even just in the UK, there's a lot of adventure golf, adventure parks, dinosaur adventure. I just feel like a lot of things are named adventure.
Yeah.
So I feel like it doesn't scream Disney to me.
Unique.
And sort of what Disney, champions is that unique magical experience. And I just don't think the name, compared to all their other names, I don't think it is unique enough.
I thought they might have kept it as Walt Disney something.
Because that's a very grand, Walt Disney World. It sounds grand. Walt Disney Studios sounds grand. And Adventure World, to me, sounds a little bit generic.
Yeah.
So that's my only... I'm so excited about what's to come, and we will, get onto that. But the name itself, yeah.
Something to do with... I suppose you can't have story. I thought story something.
I thought maybe imagination.
Yeah,
You
something
could have
like
done
that,
something
yeah.
with imagination, because that's what it's all about, and like being immersed.
But I think as well, because Disney obviously have Adventureland.
Yes, in Disneyland Park. Yeah.
So it's quite a crossover, isn't it?
It is. Not sure. Maybe like we'll grow to love it, and maybe once we actually are there, we'll be like, I get it. Like I see it. But at the moment, the name doesn't mirror what they're trying to create for me.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments your thoughts, but also
Yes.
like if you had an idea of what it could be called.
Yeah, I got sent some really good ones on Instagram
really?
of people. Yeah, I can't remember them now, but there are a few that I were like, oh yeah, they're really good. But
There's some fantastic stuff in there.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through. So I have up on my phone the Disneyland Paris official news article. So I will pop that in the description box below. And you can, if you want to get it up now as well, you can go through it as we go through it as well.
Watching that though, it feels like a completely different place, doesn't it?
Yeah. So a big thing I took away as well is that it is going to double the footprint of the park.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing, because at the moment it's definitely like a half-day park, and that was improved a little bit with Marvel. You can spend a lot more time there now, but still, it's not like that full-day park experience that you have over at Disneyland Park.
Yeah.
And I think after this, with Frozen Land and the brand new land,
Whatever's coming.
then it's going to definitely be a complete full-day park. And it just means we have to have longer trips. So let's start. So we're going to go through it and just get excited, basically. There's so much coming. So we've just gone through, they sort of announced that it is now going to change from Walt Disney Studios Park to Disney Adventure World. And that is going to come into place when World of Frozen opens. So it's going to be called Walt Disney Studios up until then.
So you've got Adventure World,
Yeah.
World of Frozen.
Yeah. There's a lot of words.
I don't know, I don't understand.
Yeah, so at the moment it is still Walt Disney Studios. But yeah, it will be changing quite soon.
Oh, I like that. On the website it says, building a great big beautiful tomorrow.
So I'll just read a little bit. Each anniversary brings its shares of surprises, and this year is no different. On April the 12th, Disneyland Paris lifted the curtain on an ambitious future for the place where dreams come true, during an immersive presentation delivered in front of an audience of nearly 1,000 fans and cast members. So that means on Disneyland Paris's birthday recently, that is when they kind of announced all of these changes. So they're just saying that the biggest kind of thing that's happening is the transformation of Walt Disney Studios Park, and it has a massive €2 billion investment.
Ooh.
So that is how much they're investing in this new park. So exciting.
Yeah, and obviously it was kept the same for quite a long time, wasn't it? So it's amazing. Like I was saying, it seems like it's going to be a completely different experience to what it has been in the past, and that's obviously going to attract more people.
Could I end up like preferring it to Disneyland Park? Like, you never know. Like, it's really exciting. So it goes on to sort of explain how the park is changing, and it's kind of moving from a behind the scenes idea to a fully immersive experience. And there's a quote from Tom Fitzgerald, who is the Walt Disney Imagineering chief storyteller, and he says, "These fully realised adventure worlds will become the focus of the park's new identity and appear as realms that guests discover as they navigate deeper within the park and are invited to participate in adventures inspired by our most beloved stories." So it's definitely more about being in the action rather than observing it, which was sort of the case before. You do love behind the scenes.
I do love the behind the scenes. I that little sigh there was like, I wonder how the tram tour is going to fare, because it's been slowly eroded over the years. Although it's cars at the minute, so maybe they might keep that.
But it doesn't fit into that description, because that is a very much behind the scenes.
No, well,
you're
it does.
Out of it.
It does now, because it's to do with cars.
Yeah.
So you're more with the characters, and you're in a land.
A little bit.
I mean, it would make sense if they put a few more car sort of
immersive
stuff around
bits
there.
in. I don't know, I still feel like it could change. So there's also a quote from Natasha Rafalski as well, who's the president of Disneyland Paris. So that's all on there if you did want to read that in more detail. But then it goes on to Frozen, World of Frozen.
This is open somewhere, hasn't it?
It's opened in Hong Kong.
It's opened in another park, and I've seen little clips, but I've tried to stay away from it. But it does look amazing.
It looks amazing, and I think they're bringing the Frozen Ever After ride.
Yeah, they said that in the video.
Yeah, which is going to be the one which we went on in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, in Epcot.
Yeah.
It's a really fun ride.
I love the bit where it goes, let it go, and then you fly backwards.
Oh, I remember the first time we went on it, you were like, I thought this was going to shoot me off.
From watching vlogs, everyone looked like they got shot back, and I was like, I'm so excited. And then it does move backwards, but not at the speed that I thought it was going to.
But the technology is great on it, like the way that they get the characters' faces onto the animatronics.
Yeah. So this land is going to be located on the edge of Adventure Bay, 70,000 cubic metre body of water, surrounded by picturesque banks and a promenade at the heart of the park expansion. That's going to serve as a gateway to the new themed universes that will surround it. Sounds kind of similar to Universal Epic Universe.
I do think that, especially with them using the phrase realms.
Yeah, and the fact that you go into each realm, each adventure.
It does sound very similar.
Yeah, it does. I wonder if after the announcement they were a bit like, oh no. This Adventure Bay is going to be a unique entertainment stage with a 360-degree viewing area.
Oh.
It's going to be fitted with the latest technologies to provide exciting water-based entertainment, complete with fountains, music, lights, and special effects.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they go on to share that a brand new immersive world will be coming and more details will be shared in the future. So again, pop in the comments what you think it's going to be. I think Pandora would definitely fit in to this sort of idea and feel of the park.
I think it would because of the weather. Because you've got to factor in that you're going to get overcast and cloudy days and rainy days, and I think that would work well.
Yeah, but let me know. A lot of people are speculating The Lion King. And apparently, I'm not saying this is for fact, but apparently...
You said we were sticking to the facts.
No, we are, but apparently, I've heard that apparently I sound like that kid, apparently, it, where it gets out, leaked.
That's it.
That it was going to be The Lion King.
Which I feel like I love Lion King, but I feel like there's a lot of Lion King.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lion King entertainment.
In the parks, yeah.
So I'm still holding out for Pandora.
Or
it could be something completely different. Zootropolis?
Well, they got Zootropolis and... I get confused because Zootropolis, Zootopia.
Yeah,
they've got it,
Shanghai.
They've got it elsewhere, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, it could be anything. Anyway, so beginning this month, the park's transformation work will extend to the entrance area. So this is what they're going to start working on first.
Yeah, and this is where restaurant on Khalees.
Yes.
This is the walkthrough that I know a lot of people over the years have said needed a haul, needed a redo. But we actually quite liked it every time we walked through it.
I do quite like it. It's quite nostalgic. I completely understand. It is very dated. But it's nostalgic.
They're changing it so it's going to be you're going through a theatre.
Yeah, so they've got a picture here, and it says Disney Theatre World Premiere. So it's if you're stepping into a premiere. So it still kind of has that aspect of films and theatre, which I quite like.
It just reminded me of that movie from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Don't know if you would have seen it, but Last Action Hero, and it's where superhero from the films comes out into the real world, and it's it's sort of you're entering the movies.
I think if I read a little bit about it, I think that is the idea.
Yeah, should be a little tunnel at the end, just transform, or you go through a screen, the screen's peeled back a bit, and then you walk through. That'd be cool. Although. That
would be really cool.
You'd have to have a lot of room for crowds to manoeuvre.
It says, guests will be transported into a vibrant contemporary open-air movie studio before becoming special guests of a glamorous film premiere. Goes on into more detail. There's going to be decor of the soundstage, Hollywood Boulevard, and then it says the new entrance building is going to be renamed World Premiere. Because I think it's named Studio 1 at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's actually going to be the first thing to close very soon. I think they're going to start working on it.
See, with all mention of the fact that it's the premiere and it's movies, surprised movie something isn't in the title.
Movie, yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. It says that this new entrance building is going to reopen in spring 2025. So not actually that far away.
I'm
very excited to see that. The concept art looks really, really good. So then a little bit more about the park. It says, once outside the building, guests will arrive in the heart of World Premiere Plaza. So a new area. This area brings together theatres, currently celebrating Disney animation and Pixar stories in a stylish Art Deco setting. It's going to be very Art Deco. It says here it's going to be inspired by famous facades of Broadway and West End. The atmosphere, will be even more vibrant and magical at night, with bright lights illuminating the whole experience.
So they're really leaning into the fact that you've got those theatres either side.
Yeah. Oh, I think
you'd love that.
I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
But I do think that lends itself more to behind the scenes. I know they've just said like they're moving away from that, but that, I guess, like, you sort of are behind the scenes and then you go through the realms and then you're actually in the film. Maybe it's that sort of journey.
Yeah.
But it still lends itself towards that sort of behind the scenes studio feel.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But it's more glamorous, isn't it?
Well, that whole sort of scene of Broadway and stuff, you kind of see that as being in a movie.
Yeah.
As well.
You become the action star. I think that's what they want.
Roll out the red carpet.
So this is a little bit more about how like the whole park's going to be. So to gain access to the park's immersive worlds, guests will be able to walk along Adventure Way, which is going to be a beautiful promenade. Goes on a little bit more detail about that. And then you wander through this enchanting area. They will discover Raypont's Tangled Spin. So this is a new ride. An all-new family attraction offering a fun take on a classic ride. And this is going to be inspired by the beloved Disney animation movie Tangled. It will invite guests to take a spin through the iconic floating lantern scene that has touched the hearts of viewers of all ages.
Is it like teacups?
Yeah, I'll pop up on the screen, but it is like teacups.
That's good.
But it's going to look beautiful, and I think obviously the lighting's going to be stunning at night. And the fact that you've just gone through that movie premiere, then through that like Broadway theatre area, and then into that sort of magical Tangled, like that's going to look so stunning.
So that's going to be straight in front, isn't it? Because you've got Adventures over on this side.
Yeah, I'm having a little look at this concept art.
And then you've got the theatre over on this side, so I'm guessing it's going to be straight in front of you.
And then it says finally, so they must mean at the end of this Adventure Way, before setting off on new adventures, so that sounds like before you go off into all the new realms, guests will have the chance to treat their taste buds to delicious dishes served at the Regal View Restaurant and Lounge, which is going to be a table service restaurant. And it will offer guests spectacular views over Adventure Bay. Also, a chance to meet some of your favourite Disney princesses.
Oh, so it's going to be like a meet and greet.
Yeah, character dining.
It's good, because Walt Disney Studios doesn't really have loads of places to eat, does it?
Don't have hardly any.
Oh, well, actually, no, sorry, it's got Avengers.
It improved when it had
Yeah,
Marvel,
it's got two restaurants
but
in Marvel.
before that, it had hardly anywhere to eat.
Yeah.
So to have like a proper sit-down character dining experience, really good.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I didn't know any of that.
I'll get to meet the princesses. We never do that.
I know. So that is sort of everything to do with Walt Disney Studios Park, and then they did a few announcements about other things that are happening around Disneyland Paris.
Oh.
So they have entertainment first, and they started off by announcing 2 new shows. The first is a musical extravaganza inspired by Disney's animation Alice in Wonderland, and that will debut in the spring. So that's very soon. And that is called Alice and the Queen of Hearts Back to Wonderland. And they have a lot of sort of concept art on what that show's going to look like. They actually did a performance as well at one of the annual pass events where they had all the costumes. And it looks very like
well, it says
unique.
It says whose side are you on, pop or rock?
Oh, okay.
So there must be different sort of styles of music.
And I did hear that it has different endings. You can determine that.
Where's that going to be on though? That's not Walt Disney Studios or Adventure World.
Yeah, it's going to be there. Yeah.
Oh, it's in Adventure World.
I think so. Yeah. Yes, a wild new show in Walt Disney Studios Park. Oh, says a little bit more here. It's a hair-raising experience where 2 teams go head-to-head in a high-energy showdown with high-flying acrobats pushing their limits, and 2 alternative endings decided by the audience. How
That's cool.
exciting is
Where's
that?
that going to be, though? So is that going to be where Mickey and Magician was?
I think it might be where Mickey and the Magician was. Or it could be in...
No, but you've got Pixar in the other one.
Oh, yeah, you've got
They've
Pixar
already
in
just
that one.
started that, so I presume
Yeah,
they're
no,
keeping
it'll be
that.
in Mickey and the Magician. Yeah, Mickey and the Magician will have gone. But this sounds like a stunt show as well. It's got acrobats in it.
Yeah. We love the entertainment.
Yeah.
So another show, that'd be great.
They've also released like the song, and it's quite a catchy song. That's
Yeah.
on the official Disneyland Paris Instagram if you want to check that out. But very excited by that. Then, this is very exciting, and I don't think you know about this. At the end of 2024,
Yes.
Marvel Avengers Campus will be the stage for a brand new nighttime activation,
What?
which will come to life every evening on the Worldwide Engineering Brigade building, and that will run until spring 2025.
Oh.
This engaging experience will combine projections, music, special effects with an all-new storyline featuring some favourite and new to Disneyland Paris Marvel characters.
On what building?
The Worldwide Engineering Brigade building. Is that like
Oh,
the
that's
main...
the web. That's web, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
So that's going to be up on the side of that building. I thought it might have been on where the
The main bit.
Flight Force building.
Unless it goes all the way around.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
But yeah, brand new
I
nighttime show.
I actually thought you were going to say that they were going to do the projections on Tower of Terror.
I know, that is always good. But I feel like a show in Marvel is going to be cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I've said when we saw the nighttime thing on the Tower of Terror that it would be so cool that if every night there was something on.
It's not running for long though, because it says the end of 2024, and then it says it's running until spring 2025. So to me that only sounds like 3 or 4 months.
But every night?
Yeah, I think so. But we'll look out for that. Any more info, hopefully we'll be able to get to see it. And then moving on to sort of the last segment. So this is Disney Village. Of course, so much is happening at Disney Village.
A lot of construction.
They've already started doing so much work.
There's already a new restaurant though, isn't there?
Yeah, Rosalie. Yeah, apparently the food's really good. So we'll be excited to try that soon.
Pretty quick in getting stuff sorted, aren't they?
So first things first, shopping enthusiasts will be delighted to discover the current shops are gradually becoming redesigned. So I think all of the sort of World of Disney, all the other Disney ones are just going to have a bit
That
of
glass store closed, didn't it?
Yeah,
they
that
were
was
working
like
on
quite
that.
temporary though, wasn't it? Also says there's going to be 2 new Disney shop concepts. These are going to be introduced at the end of the year. A lifestyle shop with ready-to-wear clothing, jewellery, accessories and new collaboration pieces. And then, this is very exciting for me, a Disney home store
Oh, that's
with a
good.
selection of accessories and Disney collectible items.
That'll be a dangerous place to go.
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
We've already got mugs.
I know.
We wanted to get that biscuit barrel, didn't we?
Yeah,
That we spotted on one trip, but we haven't yet.
but a whole shop just dedicated to Disney homeware.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It also goes on to say a little bit about the Disney store. This says still under study, but they're just going to sort of vamp that up a bit as well. Also, it says that the Lego Group and Disneyland Paris are working on plans to continue their successful partnership with a new and improved Lego store.
That Lego store has always got people in it.
Yeah.
So I think it would be beneficial.
Says it's going to have exciting photo opportunities, big builds and interactive playstations. So it just sounds like that's getting expanded as well.
But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be bigger.
So that's sort of Disney Village. Obviously, we've got loads of new restaurants coming as well. I think there's a whole different like section all about Disney Village on the website if you do want to check that out.
Something else that happened though since we've been there is that they opened up the Disneyland Hotel.
Yes.
Disneyland Paris Hotel.
Yeah.
I think now you can go in as well and have a look because I think they were holding people
busy
back
at first.
when it first opened, but they've decided that you can go in now, I think.
And that moves us nicely onto the last section, which is hotels.
No.
Basically the main sort of announcement was that Disney David Crockett Ranches, all their bungalows,
David Crockett. Why not stay at the David Crockett Ranch?
are going to be replaced to provide a modern and comfortable experience for guests, while continuing to be a haven of peace in the heart of nature. And we do love Disney David Crockett Ranch.
We love David Crockett. Is it the place we've stayed the most?
I think so.
Yeah, we adore it. So any updates to that we'll look forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. It says that they're going to elevate the hotel's theming with a nod to Disney characters such as the Junior Woodchucks with Donald Duck and friends. So that will be really good. I think Disney David Crockett Ranch, I feel like the resort looks great. So, and the bungalows, yeah, they could do with a little bit of
spruce up.
a spruce up.
The beds especially.
The beds, yeah. Can have better beds. So that will be really good. And I think it will become quite a popular resort after that.
I think so,
Probably
yeah.
will become more
I know, yeah. That's the only
though.
thing about all these things. It's probably going to bump the price up a little bit.
And then it just ends saying that earlier this year the Disneyland Hotel opened following its regal makeover.
One day?
Yeah.
Has anybody stayed there since it reopened? Let us know.
Yeah, and that is all of the announcements they made.
Yeah, there's a lot of
over the
stuff going
past
on
couple
there.
of weeks.
Very exciting. And yeah, like we were saying at the beginning, we're itching to go back.
Yeah.
We would love to experience Disneyland Paris at the moment. Also, it's quite cool to experience it in the different stages of progression.
Yeah, because I want to go see like the new show, like the Alice in Wonderland, the Disney Electrical Sky Parade, but also would like to see Walt Disney Studios before it sort of really starts.
Before it completely changes.
Changing.
Changes forever, yeah.
I know.
And historic.
To be honest, I think Studio One will probably already be closed when we go back.
Yeah, it might be. We might be penciling something in, but we are waiting to see.
Yeah, waiting to see on a couple of dates and things. But I think hopefully we will be back pretty soon. Let us know in the comments what you're most excited for. Should we end the video saying one thing we're most excited for?
It caught me off guard.
I think I'm really excited to find out what this new land is.
I'm excited for Frozen.
And I'm very excited for Frozen.
I think that'll just add something aesthetically to the park.
Yeah.
It'll be just very special.
And also be magical in winter.
Yeah.
Imagine if it snows. It's going to be so
that'd look
special. But I hope you enjoyed this video and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, if you like this one, hit the like button and also subscribe.
Bye.
Toodle Pipski.
I'll be your light.